I love this next story, by the way.
Taylor Swift's lawsuit that she had filed for sexual harassment against a former radio DJ, where she won $1. And remember, she made this whole point that this is not about money for me. I just want to make the point that I was done wrong, and she won that. She won the $1. Well, that case is now a precedent, it seems, in the Supreme Court because one of the justices actually raised it during an argument. There's a case that they are looking at in the Supreme Court where it involves free speech. It's a student in Georgia.
And it's a whole thing about that the school reversed its position, and so is it really an issue anymore? So they came up with it. Derek, I don't know if you're there. This is a stretch, but it's interesting.
It's a total stretch, but it's this kid appealed because the school said, look, we changed our policy. You can now have your free speech. He wanted to talk about Jesus on campus, and they changed the policy. They said it's a waste of reresources to continue going after this case just for $1. And Justice Kagan said, au contraire. Justice Kagan, in her questioning and oral argument, said, au contraire, there's a very famous case with only $1 of damages, and it's the Taylor Swift case. Wasn't that rightly decided? So she's sort of tipping her hand that there's still reasons for symbolic value to pursue lawsuits, even if the underlying sort of dispute is moot.
But
Derek, hold on a second. I got to call out. So, did Justice Kagan really say au contraire?
No, she didn't say au contraire.
Of course she did.
That for my flourish, Charles, just to bring it down to your level. I can't tell you exactly.
So I have two issues here. One is that the Taylor Swift case has no precedential value. It is a trial court. They have no precedential authority, and precedent is established by appellate courts, and this was a trial court. So it was a little gratuitous. But the other thing is that judges and justices are allowed to consider things that aren't necessarily directly presented to them in the trial.
Are you going to give us the amorphous quote?
No, I'm not going to do the amorphous quote.
Oh, okay.
But this is called judicial notice, which means a judge or justice is allowed to take notice of things that the everyday person in society would know about. So Taylor Swift, and that's a very high standard. Taylor Swift has been elevated to that level now, right, Derek?
Oh, no, it's absolutely right. I mean, it's breaking it down. Judges don't have to put their head in the sand. You can even break it down for people like Charles to understand that this is out there in the zeitgeist and they can reference it. They're not in this sort of isolated chamber, and it's such a well-known case. She's allowed to reference it, of course.
I'm not even gonna rebut that, counselor. I'm just gonna let your jerkiness stand on its own.
The new standard would even Charles understand this? That's a good way of thinking about judicial notice.
Hey, Derek, au contraire, he would definitely understand it. Au contraire. We're taking a break.
Yeah, are you guys done?
Oh, we're done.
I love this. You stupid little lawyers having, Charles.
Okay, as long as you're shading me. An amorphous dummy unspotted by human emotion is a becoming receptacle for judicial power. Go on, Charles.